The sexy era is officially dead. Tesla just dropped a bombshell during the latest earnings call where they gave an honourable discharge to the cars that literally first built the Tesla brand, all to make room for a 1 million unit robot factory. But while Elon is betting the house on Optimus, one of his main competitors just stepped into the kitchen. Figure AI's latest update didn't just move the goalpost, it set the whole field on fire with this 4-minute autonomous dishwasher task that weirdly enough uses its hips. Let's dive in. Welcome back to the Humanoid Report, where we bring you the latest updates from the humanoid industry and our journey to all having humanoid robots in our home. Let's start off with the giant in the room. Tesla just held its Q4 2025 earnings call, and let's be real, if you're an old school car guy, this one kinda hurt. Elon Musk officially announced that production for the Model S and Model X is being wound down next quarter. So, you may not know this, but Tesla's 4 main sellers, the Model S, the Model 3, the Model X and the Model Y, sped out sexy. Now, the Model S and the Model X are gone. That leaves just the 3 and the Y, which, fair play, are their big sellers. I think the X and the S only account for a few % of all sales anyway. So this may be more of a decoy and a sleight of hand to actually stop production of the cars that aren't selling too well and move that over onto something that hopefully will do. Elon called it an honourable discharge. For context, these are the flagship vehicles that proved EVs weren't just golf cars. But Tesla is no longer a car company. They're officially a physical AI and robotics company. I'm not sure that everyone agrees though, and I've seen plenty of investment YouTubers refuse to call Tesla a tech company or anything other than a car manufacturer. So why kill the flagship? Because Tesla needs space. Specifically, the Model S and X production lines of the Fremont factory are being gutted and converted into a 1 million unit per year Optimus factory. Think about that for a second. Tesla is replacing a few thousand luxury cars a year with 1 million humanoid workers. Now, not everyone thinks this is as honest as it appears, and there may be more to it. Chris Camillo, who is big on humanoids and has backed a lot of startups, believes we're still further out than the visionaries will have you believe. He thinks they need nowhere near that much space for the humanoids, and he still thinks we're way off 1 million Optimuses. Optimuses? Optimi? Nah. Anyway, he thinks we're still a way off from starting mass production because the KPIs aren't ready. This means he thinks robots need way more testing and proving their resilience for work they'll be undertaking.
I also don't think the underlying KPIs of these bots are close to where they need to be for scaling.
Chris has managed a 70% CAGR for the last 2 decades, so I'm inclined to listen to him when he speaks. Anyway, Elon was unusually bold here. Even for him, he predicted that Optimus would not just help the economy, but significantly impact US GDP. We're talking about moving the needle on a $27 trillion economy with a single product. Time will tell. But the big wow moment? Optimus Gen 3. Elon confirmed we're just 2 to 3 months away from the big reveal, targeting April 2026. He teased that Gen 3 is so human-like that you might actually struggle to differentiate it from a real person. So we're expecting rubber skin, 5-finger dexterity that matches human anatomy, and a complete removal of those robotic jittery movements. And check this out, Tesla is putting $2 billion into XAI. This isn't just a side hustle. The goal is to use Grok as the orchestra conductor for the physical bots. Imagine 1,000 Optimus bots building a lithium refinery, all coordinated by a central digital brain that understands the world. Now, a quick step away from Tesla and its honourable discharges to an honourable mention of somebody else. Unitree, who's out there proving that robots don't need a heated garage. The Unitree G1 just completed a brutal durability test in the Altai Mountains. We're talking 130,000 steps through the snow in minus 47 degree temperatures. For $16,000, this thing is becoming an actual Terminator. At CES this year, people were literally boxing the G1 to test its balance. It's rugged, it's cheap, and it's proving that China is the primary competitor Elon is actually worried about. Elon has said that apart from China, he doesn't see any significant competitors. He's partly right. Unitree is scaling at a pace that is frankly terrifying for Western startups, except a recent demonstration that has shaken that declaration up. So let's get into that demo right now. Figure AI just unveiled Helix 2, and if you're not some robotics nerd, you might have missed why this is a holy grail moment. They released a 4-minute, unedited, fully autonomous demo of the Figure 3 robot unloading and reloading a dishwasher. Now you might think, what's the big deal? Well, you'd be wrong. Figure AI state that they believe this is the longest horizon, most complex task completed autonomously by a humanoid robot to date. Figure 3 performs 61 consecutive actions across a full-size kitchen with zero human intervention. Here is the technical magic. Figure has moved to a 3-tier software 2.0 architecture. System 2, the thinker. This is the semantic brain. It hears load the dishwasher and breaks that down into high-level goals. System 1, the reflex. This runs at 200 Hz. It takes pixel data and turns it into joint movements. Wherever the eyes see, the body does. System 0, the foundation. This is the breakthrough. It's a 10 million parameter neural net that runs at 1000 Hz. Figure claims that System 0 replaced almost 110,000 lines of handwritten code. That's mental. Instead of engineers writing code for how to balance, the robot learned balance from thousands of hours of human motion data. System 0 is trained entirely in simulation across more than 200,000 parallel environments with extensive domain randomization, enabling direct transfer to real robots and generalization across the fleet. There is that key factor again, across the fleet. This means dissemination of learning across all robots simultaneously. Knowledge shared instantly. The hardware on Figure 3 is just as impressive. It has palm cameras, so even if the head can't see what the hand is doing because it's blocked by a plate, the hand sees for itself. This is similar to VR headsets where we started with outside tracking, base stations and cameras looking at the headset. Then we went to cameras on the headset called inside out tracking. So as the headset moves, the cameras can track what the movement is. And then we actually went to cameras on the controllers or the touch controllers. So this means the controllers can be behind the bag, but you don't need the headset to be able to view the controllers. The controllers themselves can do the tracking with the cameras. So other than that, Figure also has tactile sensors in the fingertips, sensitive enough to detect just 3 grams of force. That's the weight of a paperclip. So even though I don't like saying robots and paperclip and AI in the same sentence, but we'll let this one slide. If you don't know what the paperclip theory is, go Google it. But here's the special bit, loco manipulation. Usually robots walk, stop, stabilize, and then move their arms. In the Figure demo, the robot is walking while reaching. When its hands are full of dishes, it uses its hip to bump a drawer shut and its foot to lift the dishwasher door. This is whole body autonomy. It treats its entire frame as a tool, not just a pedestal for arms. Very similar to what humans do. There's other bits to note in the demo as well that are easy to overlook, but every single moment is a chosen decision. For instance, it places a bowl on the shelf in the cupboard with its right hand, but then gives the plate in its left hand to the right hand to do the same, rather than just putting it away with its left hand. This is probably because it was training on people that are right hand dominant and tend to put stuff away with their right hand. It shows that training on human motions doesn't always result in the most optimum path. You'll also see him choose to put a mug on one shelf and then some cups on another shelf. So many little decisions that we all take for granted. So overall, this was an amazing demo and a big step forward, and investors are noticing. Figure just cleared a Series C funding round that values them at a staggering $39 billion. They're no longer a startup, they're a tier 1 tech giant backed by the likes of Nvidia and Microsoft. So whilst we're talking about new systems and the transfer from pixels to actual kinematic motion, we have to mention 1X and their new Neo robot. A couple of weeks back, they showed off their 1X world model. While Figure uses a vision language action model, 1X is doing something slightly different. They're using a video pre-trained model. Basically, Neo learns how to move by hallucinating the future. It watches millions of hours of YouTube videos of humans doing chores, predicts what the next video frame should look like, and then forces its motors to match that prediction. This is similar to Google's Unitree, where it creates whole worlds you describe and then control, just like a computer game. However, there's no game engine here, and it's just predicting what the next frame would be. Incredible technology. It's a brilliant approach for generalization. It can iron shirts or even brush a human's hair without being specifically taught. But so far, Figure looks like it has them beat on reliability and continuous flow. 1X is great at novel tasks, but Figure's system creates a level of physical stability that feels much closer to a commercial product you'd actually trust with your grandma's china. We are living through the fastest industrial period in human history. Tesla is killing cars that made them famous to build 1 million bots. Figure is replacing 100,000 lines of code with a single neural net. And Unitree is making these things that can survive in the Arctic blast. The question isn't if these things are coming to your home, it's which one you're going to buy first. Are you Team Tesla for the ecosystem or Team Figure for that insane whole body autonomy? Let me know in the comments. Would you actually trust a humanoid robot to load your dishwasher? Or is that one job you'll never quite give up? I know I would. I want to hear your thoughts on Figure's hip closing technique. Genuine or just a bit weird? Please drop a like if you found this informative, and don't forget to subscribe to stay updated on the humanoid race. And for staying to the end, I'll leave you with this fun clip. I'll see you in the next one.